So here we go with a series of lives we can be doing from Instagram. Now we're doing them on YouTube. My Instagram content is going to be some behind the scenes stuff, but I'm also going to be catching up with you guys on my YouTube lives. So today's video is titled My Generator Problems when it comes to setting up a car detailing business. So for the last 4 days, I've been looking into buying a generator for my car detailing business. I'm going to be going mobile, and I've also got a static location where I'm going to be working from, which unfortunately doesn't have any power or any pressure washers or anything at all for me to get going. So I'm building a business from scratch, and I'm going to be doing a series on YouTube called Hairdresser to Detailer. So in this series, I'm going to be documenting the whole way through about my position as a hairdresser, turning my hand to detailing and see what I can come up with and documenting the journey on the whole way. So it's going to be a bit more of a raw, rough cut edit. So far, for the last 4 days, I've been looking into getting a generator. And the biggest problem I've had so far is speaking to about 5 or 6 different sales teams that actually want to sell generators. So my idea was that I have a Karcher K7 control. And the biggest thing about this is that I already have the pressure washer. And I love the pressure, it works really, really well. It has the start-stop technology, which works really, really well, but this works fantastic on a mains. Now, this is where I was looking into getting a generator so that I can have one in the unit and work in the process where I can actually get myself out and about and use a generator and a pressure washer, and obviously vice versa. So I decided to speak to a couple of companies, and they gave me some great advice that were really, really helpful, and they were sales teams. The biggest problem I had is that they were trying to work out the power ratio when it came to using a generator. This led me down a real dark rabbit hole when it came to generators and pressure washers. And this led to some really, really interesting information which I think could really save you a lot of money. So stay tuned for this video where you're going to find out the biggest thing that happened in this situation. So we phoned up the companies, they issue me with we have a pressure washer that's a Karcher K7. It has a 2.8 kilowatt ampage, wattage, sorry. So that's 2,800 watts. So when you're buying a pressure washer or a generator, you need to make sure that the power you're running has to accommodate, which sounds very, very simple, very, very basic. Obviously, if you've got someone working alongside you that's going to be doing the pressure washing and you're going to be doing the interior, and you're running off the same generator, you must to make sure you calculate all of the kilowatts per hour to make sure you get a generator that can accommodate those things. That's the first thing. But this led to a certain set of mathematics and calculations that I had to do to try and get the right efficiency of a generator. And I'm going to cut to the chase with this situation is the fact that when I got to the final bits, we recommended, the sales team recommended me a 9 kilowatt machine that was going to cover all bases. Now this machine is quite big and it's going to be quite loud, and it's obviously petrol driven, and you have different types of generators. You've got inverters, you've got petrol generators, and you've got diesel generators. Just for the sake of this conversation, I'll go into more detail on that in later videos. But the petrol generator was a 9 kilowatt machine. It was going to cost me £1,000. It was on a sale at the moment, and some of these issues were going to be solved with this pressure washer. The last person to get back to me that was on his lunch yesterday was a guy called Aaron from Just Generators. So Aaron, if you're watching this, thanks for the subscription. And he reached out to me and he gave me all of the information that I needed to know. Basically, Aaron is a car detailing fan, and he obviously knows his onions when it comes to generators. And he told me that there is only one pressure washer company right now out in the market that actually do a pressure washer that actually fits the needs and niches of a car detailing mobile detailer. And this is the Karcher, the Kransel, Karcher, not quite, the Kransel K7 122 that we have here in America. Here in America? God, you guys in America, you're screwing my brains up. They're watching. Thanks to Humberto from First from Puerto Rico, Mike's Detailing that are watching. I appreciate you guys while you're talking to me, so I'm trying to keep track. So the K7122 is in the UK, and this has a function on it where when you switch it on, it has a slow, soft start, basically. So what happens is that when you press the power on the pressure washer, it's already started and then it will increase the power. The biggest problems that you have with generators is that a Karcher K7 or K2 or any of the Karcher series or any residential pressure washer machine has start-stop technology. So what the problem with that is, when you press the gun, the machine will start, and then when you're finished, it will stop. And this switches on, switches off. Now what happens with this is it plays huge problems with the technology in the brains of a generator. This kind of on, start, stop, on, off issue has a real problem for your generator, and unfortunately will cause premature failure with any generator. And I found this absolutely fascinating to find out that Cransell have designed machines like this specifically tailored to this kind of market. And speaking to other leading manufacturers today, it was interesting to find that the three specialists that I spoke to have all want to remain nameless for obvious reasons, that they're affiliated with certain brands, is the fact that they said that they also said the Krantz was the only one on the market that does it. And this is an interesting one. So I was going to go out my way to spend £1,000 on a champion generator that was 9 kilowatts, and unfortunately that was going to be a waste of money. In about 6 months to a year's time, that could have collapsed on me, that could have folded. It wouldn't have been guaranteed on the warranty because of the issues of the kind of machines I was going to be using. And all this stuff was going to have a huge impact on my business and a huge cost. So after placing an order with the company, I had to cancel this order. Lucky enough, the guys from Just Generators gave me this information, a guy called Aaron. So now we're into a different situation. So I tried to search YouTube for this information for people who have been setting up, and all I could find is people who are buying generators for their house. Now, speaking to Aaron at Just Generators, he told me that the Ukraine war has had a real impact on the price of generators. It's been a real issue because they don't have any power, any electricity. The generator market has gone absolutely insane, which I find deeply saddening, to be honest with you. It's very sad to hear that these times are where companies, and especially apparently Polish distributors, are now buying up a lot of the UK stock to overinflate for people who want to buy a generator to power their houses and to stay living in the Ukraine, which is insane. So everything at the moment in the market seems to be overinflated, and obviously this war is having a huge impact across the board. So trying to buy a generator now is going to be very difficult as well. But for any of you out there that are trying to set up a mobile business that I'm trying to do right now, or if you're in a situation where you don't have power or anything static, that you don't have power, I have to tell you, to save your time and save your money, the answer to the question is buy yourself a Cransell K7-122. Make sure you service this machine regularly. Make sure you get your generator serviced regularly. You should be able to buy a 6 kilowatt machine. I will put some links in the description down below to the generators from Aaron at Just Generators that he's given me the information on, so you can make your assumptions. These generators, apparently Honda own the best marketing and the best, not just the best marketing, but the best machines, best technology for generators basically. So some of the machines out there at the moment aren't fit for purpose for what we're trying to use them for. So I just wanted to document this because if anybody out there is in the same situation with me, where they're setting up a mobile detailing businesses, they're starting from scratch and they're looking for some tips and tricks, and they want to save themselves some time, then this is the video for you. I hope this has been really helpful. I want to say thanks to Mike's Auto Detailing for coming and jump on and watch, always giving me a little bit of a giggle. Saw him yesterday at the Rag Company, bless him, giving it some of the big one, trying to get rid of some scratches. Come on, Mike, you need to put some more back into that, mate. Get that elbow grease down and get that panel corrected, mate. Humberto was always the first to everyone to always jump on a live, although Mike nearly beat him today, and all the people out there. So I appreciate you all for supporting it. Pop Skyline says, the Nielsen pulsates at times though. I have a Husqvarna pressure washer, then an Argos Guild wet and dry off it. Interesting. So yeah, you'll have to let me know down in the comment section on this video, POB Skyline, so we can talk about what you're using and how you're using it as well. But I hope that information was pretty good. I identify as Moray Auto Care Limited. Oh, okay. Thanks, Moray Auto Care Limited. I appreciate it. Let me know down in the comment sections. We can continue this chat down in the comment section. I do appreciate you all as well. And like I said, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, do all the things if you like this style of content. There's going to be tons of content coming out, loads more lives. We're going to be moving from Instagram onto YouTube now full time. Hairdresser to Detailer is the new series coming out where I'm going to be documenting it all. I'm working on a Tesla Model 3 right now with soft black paint that's only got 34 microns of paint to work with, and I'm still managing to correct it. I'm working on a tightrope, so I can't wait for you guys to see this episode when it comes out. Thanks for joining. I appreciate all the love as always, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.